We are not buffering. Wow, Libra. Okay, welcome. Wow, it's almost like a quasi Pisces November intro where it was a shock. It was the first video that wasn't buffering in the beginning of it. Throughout almost all of October, we were like buffering, buffering, buffering. So, Libra, wow, we're here for you. This is your first to the 15th of the month reading for November 2020, and it's for your sign, Libra, but of course, don't have to be a sun sign Libra to be watching. Let me just actually make sure for real that it's not buffering. I'll wait for someone to get into the room. I see 0 people, 0 likes. 45 seconds on the clock. Okay. There are people outdoors. Okay. There's no Twilight Zone thing here. I'm not dreaming. Dream reading. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait it out and see. Now I see 3 people, 2 likes. Okay. It's funny, Libra. I'm seeing for a number of you, like you possibly you don't want to get something off the ground. I'm here also too soon. I'm just hearing it this way, and I was meditating your energy, and I was getting this feeling of there being something that you want to take maybe even a slower approach with. Now, yeah, we're really trailing in like slowly. I see 7 people. I see 9 people now. 2 likes. No comments. Okay, let me just make sure. Do we have someone who's a moderator in the room? If you can see me, can you type for? Oh, there we go. Okay. Christina says that thing tonight. I'm hearing tonight. Wow, so much focus here. Tonight. Tonight. That came through in, I'm hearing Gemini. I haven't done Gemini yet. Oh, great. Yay. Okay, so I'm moving the couch here a little bit. So Libra, now, yeah, let's get back into it. Now, there's something that you've been, for a number of you, maybe really wanting to, well, for a number of you, I'm seeing this as maybe something that you want to take a slow approach to. I'm hearing that again. Like, you don't want to just jump into it and then just be like, OJK, actually, and then, like, down the line and, feel like the need to step back and then also reprogram and reassess. The feeling I'm getting is like, you want to maybe move into this space like confidently and in such a way where you say, the first time I do this, I want it to also be perfect, maybe. For another, this could be you also wanting to lay an impression on someone, and it could be an interview for professional matters. But anyhow, take it as you will. Now, I was meditating your energy Libra, and remember, right, you don't have to be a sun sign Libra to watch this video. You could have a Venus in Libra. You could have I'm hearing Leo, okay? You could have, Moon in Libra. You could have even a number of planets in the 7th house, the house of Libra. So take it as you will. There could be the influence of every sign. Well, yes, everybody has every sign in their chart. It's just a matter of in which way, to what degree, and it'll be different for everyone. So, but it's interesting, Libra, because I was meditating your energy, and I was getting this sensation that you're coming down to the basics in some way. Okay, in whatever way that might be meant for you, where you say, I want to get back into touch with the things that are just so simple in life. I'm hearing that as well. And it can be as simple as, hey, I feel like I want to take more time out of my day every day to make sure that I'm meeting all of these sort of these priorities that I've laid out that may be simple. Okay, like again, like they'll be, let's say priorities, but they're simple priorities. Like just an example, like let's say I want to make sure like every day I'm hearing reaching all my needs, and maybe these are things that you've like laid out, but I'm seeing that whatever that is, it's a sort of a back to basics approach that you want to take. And I'm hearing courting. So I'm hearing courting style. For a number of you, maybe you want to get to know someone. It's like maybe you've been taking a really slow approach towards this. I'm hearing a Leo watching this. There we go. Okay, yeah, this dynamic came through last night. Actually, we were in the Scorpio reading. We had 2 parts of that reading, and it was like really this intense sort of dynamic of Scorpio and Leo, where there was like this feeling of there being just 2 different approaches, let's say, to love. And I'm hearing love making. Wow, very interesting. Okay, are we like here? We're good. I see 23 people in the room. Are we just like quieter? It's morning time and all that? Okay, yeah. Now, again, for the review, I'm hearing Leo. Like I'm hearing for Leo, I'm hearing honest is never too soon. Wow, honesty is never too soon to be had. Like someone in this space is like, I just Sorry, you guys. Sorry, you guys. I had a call come through. And yeah, it was buffering. We're back though, right now. Are we back? If we're back, can you type 212? Okay. So yeah. Well, for a number of you, I'm hearing, yeah, it's never too soon or too late to be on either end of this. To be honest, I'm hearing that, and there can be someone here who, um, is I just saw someone that looked like at the first instinct I had when I looked at them, the impression was like, whoa, they're a cop. They have this like big backpack. I'm hearing background. Wow, backdrop. I'm hearing as well. Like, I don't know what that's only two. Well, yes, let's clear it. I'm hearing backdrop. Yeah, I'm even saying like a Secret Service agent car. I don't know what that's only two. But anyways, like my first impression was like, whoa, like they're like very serious. I'm hearing that as well. They got like this outfit on. They're like all decked out. Like, and then I noticed, well, oh, like they just got a backpack on. They're just wearing like all navy. I'm hearing that as well. Okay, anyways, now let's clear the ground. For a number of you, maybe, someone feels like they're hiking something up in their mind's eye, and it's like this other person or someone in this environment feels like there's really no need for that. You don't need to hike it up. And this can be two perspectives maybe that you've taken to addressing a certain even conversation. And maybe on one hand, you're like, hey, it's really something very simple. I just have to say hi. I also want to learn more about this industry. I'm hearing that. This could be an interview for a number. And then it's like, on the other hand, I feel like I have to be perfect at that. And like, then it gets complicated in the way of how I say those things. Let's clear it. It gets complicated in the way of how I actually streamline, I'm hearing, that consciousness, which is quite simple. So it's funny because I'm seeing that there's something very simple, I'm hearing again, that gets complicated possibly. And maybe, you've picked up on that. You're like, hey, I feel like I'm making it way too interested, I'm hearing as well, in itself. It doesn't need to be so, I'm even thinking you're like, I don't need to like also invest so much time, so much money, so much effort into how I maneuver this. It's like, for a number of you, maybe you get to this point where you say, at the end of the day, if it's also stressing me out more than it's feeling, exciting for me, then, for a number of you, maybe this is your business, and it's just like what's going into it is just, it's making you feel like it's just not proportional. How do I describe this? For example, let's say you have a business, right? And it's like the business is about, you started the business off wanting it to kind of, I'm hearing segue into, I'm hearing storytime attire. I don't know what that was going to do. You're like, my vision for this is for me to end up circled around the campfire telling stories, and like we're all Navajo. I'm hearing Indians at the end of the day in the act. I don't know what that is only to. That could be a metaphor. But anyways, remember I'm channeling here as well. So we will be working with the cards, but I'm channeling. I was meditating on the energy. I'm meditating on the energy, and I'm relaying that to you. So for a number of you, like this is something where you thought, let's just say it simply in the beginning. I'm hearing Adam Smith. I don't know. Let's take you all. I thought that I was just gonna need to like eat a few cookies, comment on a few. I'm hearing mailed out announcements. I'm hearing emailed announcements, and then it's like we'll take a tour of the of the break room together. I don't know what that. And then it's like, and then it started becoming really. I'm hearing Adam Smith, and then everyone has an apple, and then everyone needs to eat the apple, and they all have to have a certain type of apple and eat in a certain way. And well, I don't know. For a number, it just got really complicated. It was like now we have to hire this like professional company to do this thing, and like in this way, it's just getting very was that a bug? Okay. Well, it definitely was a bug last night. in I'm hearing Capricorn, but it was Scorpio's reading. So there's a little bit of focus there maybe on that reading for you, Libra. You might want to go check it out. Alas, again, you could be a sun sign Libra. You could have a lot of Libra in your chart, but you could have quite a bit as well of Scorpio in your chart. Okay. Adam and Eve. That's interesting. Okay, I'm looking at the apple. Okay, so for a number of you, let's clear it. Like, this is something as well. Maybe you were negotiating and then it got like I'm hearing way too hot couture as well. Like, it's like you thought, oh, it's going to be simple. And then it's like, you maybe start the company and you are like, I'm going to hire some people. You hire them and then it's like, whoa, they all need their own jewelry. I'm hearing that as well. They're all their own set. Like, it starts maybe actually like in terms of the expenditure for the company, it starts becoming like kind of expensive. You're like, okay, I got to like really, and it's in levels and stages. It's like, okay, let's say, yeah, we need to give a stipend out. And then it's like, all right, I'm going to end up paying them, like, I'm going to give them each 8 rubies. I'm hearing that specifically. I'm hearing, it's a secret, don't tell the others. I'm hearing that as well. I don't know what that was alluding to. And then it's like, okay, that definitely leaked. Yeah, and like my tire leaked. I'm seeing someone goes up to Libra. They're like, my tire leaked, and like, and I need you to fix it, and also like my friend too, because he saw how you fixed it last time and he thought that that was really cool, so of you to do for me. So okay, Libra's like, oh my god, I just wanted to give out like one coupon, now it's like everyone is crying. I'm hearing that as well at the same time, so I don't know what that is alluding to. Let's clear it. And girl, Libra's like, what do I do? Do I laugh? Hurry, tell me, what do I do? Because like I also can't afford to like give everyone like their own razor. I'm hearing, and shape their hair for them. I'm hearing with no bumps. Like for number, maybe it's like this. You are spending a lot of time like tailoring something for one person. Like you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this like so perfectly, and like, you know, the details are gonna be in place. And then it's like that's that one customer. Maybe you did some kind of project or whatever, and then like someone saw their work. They were like, that's amazing. Can they do that for me? And then like this other person, like, no judgment. Like, you know, for a number review, it could just be this kind of thing where you just booked yourself also too many people in one room. I'm hearing that as well at the same time, and it's just whoa. I'm hearing whoa there. I'm hearing Nancy. The sun just like dipped behind the clouds, so don't worry. We still got the sun. But for a number of you, I'm hearing I need to call them back. Like you have like a string of voicemails. You're like, yeah, I'm really behind. I'm hearing that as well. I want to get some lotion on my face. 1 second, Libra. Just doing some Libra things now. Listen, I kid you not, Libra. You're going to be coming back to the basics. Like, wherever you started hiking up the mountain and, like, it got really heavy in this backpack and all, everything, and, like, you know, at a certain point, you're like, hold on, I just need to sit down and, like, cough. I'm hearing that as well. Let me just get simple. Where's my lotion at? I need to just be a Libra for a second. Sorry, you guys. I have to just climb over the bed, just, like, casually reading. Let me just get some lotion here. Yeah, I'm hearing I gotta call him back. I'm hearing that again. For a number of you, it's just too much on your plate. I'm hearing that as well at certain points in time. Like, but it's to the point where, you know, you don't want it to get like kind of like also serious. You're like, well, I don't want them to feel like, you know, like I'm not actually interested in them. Where's my other? Oh, whatever. Okay. Yeah, it's like, it's also just getting way too chaotic. So I just want to get simple with it and just maybe, you know, see how I feel. Yeah, you got it. Libra, you're also maybe working too hard. You got a lot here that maybe you're worried about as well. And maybe you're just going to put your thing, it's just not realistic. Like, it's not realistic to think that I could get all of this done in this period of time. Okay, now, so I've never applied lotion in the middle of a reading. Take it as a sign, Libra. Yep, take it as a sign, my friend. Yes, it is gonna maybe even be really that like awkward where you're like, it's in the middle of my work proposal meeting. I'm here my work proposal, my meeting. I need to just get in my jammies real quick. Yeah. I gotta do that. Right. I gotta just chill and take a moment and be like, hey everyone, I'm hearing children. I need to just like sit here and like relax. I'm hearing that as well. And so, you know, for a number you want to be honest with maybe even your caretakers. I'm hearing that your caregivers, interesting, you know, in terms of what you need, like even if it means going, hey, I don't need like that big whole thing done, I just need this little glass of water. I'm hearing and Tide. I just want to like clean my clothes. I'm hearing that as well. Yeah, no, you want to just get back to the basics, Libra. Now I was also meditating your energy, and Venus is in Libra, by the way. Yes. Yes, it is. And the sun is in Scorpio, so it's sort of interesting, you know, because Scorpio is all about those extremes, and Libra is all about the balance. So maybe for a number of you, especially, it would be interesting for those of you who do have, you know, both energies prominently in your chart placed. It's kind of like, yeah, that sort of dichotomy might become very clear, like those swings where you say, oh my god, like I want to do it the best that I can, like all in one shot. It's like very Scorpio, and then it's like, it can be, Scorpio's also strategic, can be, but it's like there's this sort of intense perfectionist quality. Well, it is very extreme. It's an extreme energy that we see with Pluto, Scorpio, 8th house, Mars. You know what I'm saying? So Libra's more like, yo, no, it's okay, we could chill, let's take a break, let's just sit a little bit. Also in our feelings and like see them out. We don't have to razor sharp race on the stage and just say everything, like, you know, in that really hot and heavy heated moment. Like, so Libra, you know, again, ruled by Venus, like, now it's a generalization, so it will always, you know, depend, but yeah, for a number of you, oh, I was meditating your energy again, and I'm seeing that there is something that you want to, there's, yes, you want to take a, I'm hearing it's a moment of gratitude. This is what I'm hearing as well. For the little things, like, hey, I want to, like, see my friend. I'm hearing that as well. I just want to sit, I want to see them in person. I'm hearing it in that way. Like, I want to just sit there and, like, hear them talk. It's, like, something just so simple. I want that human sort of, you know, and in the meantime, I'm gonna like spray some spritzer on my face, like, you know, I don't know. So take it as well. Like it's just the simple things. Like I want to just sit with my mom. I'm hearing that as well, and like have her, you know, also like I'm hearing look at my tongue. Interesting. I'm seeing someone's like you know, kids when they go to the doctor or with their parents are like, I don't feel well. Like, can you see my tongue? Like, let's clear. It's like somebody just wants to, you know, see also like what's out there now. For a number of you, I'm hearing it has to do with clearing. Maybe for a number of you, your body, your aura. I'm hearing you feel possibly that either for a number of you something has gotten so out of control where you're just something is in overdrive. That is for certain for a number of you. Possibly you get to the point where you say, no, this is just too much, and it got to the point possibly where you're like, well, I can do it, I can take care of it, it's fine, it's like, I'll be all right, like everything's gonna be all right. Then it gets to the point where you're like, no, it's way too much. I can't watch TV also for this amount of time. I have to take breaks, like, and you could be, I'm getting major entrepreneur vibes. So for a number of you, like, this could be you with your business, and it's like that could be tricky because when you're an entrepreneur, like, that's your baby. No one's really there to tell you, like, time to go home, you know, as well. So, now for a number of you, yes, I'm seeing you getting back into the details of something, getting back into the basics. And it's funny yet again, because we have the sun in this very sort of extreme energy space of the birth chart, Scorpio. And then we have, you know, Venus, actually, your ruler in Libra. So we have these very strong energy sort of axes of strong Scorpio, strong Libra. Now, for a number of you, it's a nourishing time, okay? And that is something just so simple. It's like, no longer is it about making also this big bang. I'm hearing feeling like super successful in one shot. It's like, no, I want to just like, and not to say that working on the basics, and because maybe for a number of you realize like, whoa, I don't know what has taken place. Maybe for a number of you got real stressed out or something, and you're like, oh yeah, no, like I can't see myself like this. I'm hearing as well. Maybe like in my workplace, you notice like, whoa, I'm just like frazzled, and that's just not gonna allow me to do what I need to do to really. So let's clear the ground. Yeah, for a number of you, maybe you had like some kind of episode or like session. It was just things got out of hand. Even I'm hearing way out of hand, and you could have had even like a little bit of like an anxiety, a little bit of a breakdown moment. I'm feeling really hot right now here, and it's like, yeah, no, I just need some air. I'm hearing that as well. I need to just get out of here. I'm hearing that as well, like shake up my routine a little bit. Now, for a number of you, you realize for a number of you, if this is especially if you're working for yourself, and this is your business and whatnot, it's like, I am my business. I can't think of it in terms of I'm just a worker and I make what I make, and then like that carries itself over the line. I am basically my business. So I have to invest in myself. And that really goes for everyone, right? You don't need to be like a shareholder of something of value in so-called life. Everyone is here as a creator. Everyone is an entrepreneur. Whether you work like so-called for someone or not, you are holding your potential in this dimension. So really giving attention to your needs is so important. It's actually really, it's vital. And maybe that's what you come to. You're like, it's actually more important to make sure that I've also spent enough time, I'm hearing, in a regenerative state, really concentrating. I'm hearing threading through that nourishing energy, making sure that in even my really hectic day, I give enough time and attention to things that I just love to do, not because I need to do them or because I've done them already and it was successful, but because I just want to experience that. And that could be something where you say, I don't even know what that might be in that day, but I just step forward in a certain period of that day, and I say, I'm here for you to just hear you out. And that could be a time that you set aside for journaling. It could be something where you say, hey, I want to really just reflect. I don't know what I'm, gonna come down to. It's like, hey, I just set aside this block of my time in the day. I say, this is my free time, and I'm free to just do whatever I want to do. So for a number of you, like, there's something that I think at the end of the day, you just want to give the time at least to create the space for, okay? Like to just say, hey, I just want to just kind of do a freestyle thing. And especially for those of you who are very stressed out around this time, doing like a lot of this rhythmic, very heavy sort of overload work. And who's to say that something is overload? This will be different for everyone. You know, some people, they everybody's different. Like, just as there are different species of dogs, animals. Some dogs they're indoor dogs. Some dogs, they like the heat. Some dogs, I'm hearing yeah, it's like, everyone has different needs. And so don't also feel like I need to see, well, people in this environment, I'm hearing very competitive. These people can um, do these types of things for this long and they're fine. And it's like, and then they go home. It's like, but Libra, but what do you do? I'm hearing, what do you do for a living? I'm hearing actually. No, I'm talking about like living when you are in a state where you say, I am a living being, and you reflect on that and you say, how do I feel? Do I feel alive actually as well? For a number of you, it's at that level where it's just so much work that you're feeling super drained and then you end up feeling kind of robotic. This is possibly not for everyone, but like for some of you, you're like, hold on, no, I have to remember that like I need how do I feel actually? And it's like, or at the end of the day, am I thirsty? Am I tired? Getting back into these questions, at least questioning these things. And so now, and no judgment, everybody can get into that, that roundabout and not know how to get out. Like, so they just keep going in that circle, like, and that could be the so-called wheel, right? Where we say, well, I got to get this done and, deadlines and blah, blah. But, we don't want to feel dead at the end of that, at the end of meeting the deadline. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not worth it. I'm hearing that as well. Like, I'm hearing work position, internship. Now, for a number of you, there is maybe something that you feel you're getting psyched out about a little bit. And it's like, no need to get psyched out. I don't need to like say also sorry 500 times. I'm hearing to my followers, I'm hearing for not having met them halfway. One second, not having met with them. I'm hearing after the show, interesting. Maybe someone is like, they gave a concert and then it's like, they need time off and like, let's clear it. Yeah, I'm hearing they're calling me. They're all calling me. I can't. I'm hearing this for a number of you. So for a number of you, it comes down to control also of your own. I'm hearing I'm hearing manifestation. Wow. Potential. Like this is your creativity. Even if you do earn a living from it, it's your creativity. It's your vital force. You have to protect that. And that's, nobody else is going to know, like, oh, hey, Ariana Grande, you seem kind of like, sulky today. I think maybe you should take a seat and just sit this concert out. No, these people have paid for the concert. They're expecting that, you've taken that into consideration. Now, I don't know what that's alluding to. This could be a metaphor, but, it's in the way of saying, that, and I'm not saying, oh, you're, that people don't care, but it's just, you can also give the impression that you're good, right? Like that, but in the sense of saying, I'm good. I'm able to like do my work. I'm able to show I can show up. But the question is, at this point, I'm hearing, Libra, not what you can do, but how do you feel, right? Like when you're doing what you're doing, okay? Like sometimes it's like, ask yourself those rudimentary questions. Say, do I really want to sit on this call right here in the middle of I'm hearing Hallmark's introduction, or do I want to go sit in the field and just stare at the butterfly and see if it's breaking down? Interesting. So maybe for a number of you, there's this lack of connective emotional tissue in what you create. I'm just got to say it in that way. Like there's a success ratio and factor that compares to the human childlike sort of playful side of this that is like not balanced. And it's like, I need to feel more like I'm also in touch with nature. I'm interacting with humans in a way that is simple, okay? Like, for a number of you, you're really successful at what you do, but it's just like the level of you being like good at those things is like, there is such a thing as too much, right, of a good thing as well. So I don't know what that's alluding to, but let's clear. Let's clear it, yeah. What does that mean? Because good is like, yeah. So for a number of you, you're like, well, people could look at this and say, wow, you're earning so much, you're working so hard, blah, blah, but then what is that? That can be considered not good, right? Depending on the perspective as well. So it's all perspective. And I'm seeing maybe you come to the point of saying, I don't want to just like I don't want to just heal my my letters that I write to myself. I want to be real with this. This is not just a theoretical thing. This is a real thing. This is like really my life. And it's up to me to take care of myself as well in this space, and to give myself that sort of healing that I feel I need, even if it's not something that others like have kind of made clear for me as well. Where I'm seeing someone who works in a really busy environment. I'm hearing stockbroker agent. I'm hearing that as well. And they and it's like everyone in the environment, they're just like, I'm hearing like buzzing bees, like they're always doing cleanup. I'm hearing that as well. I don't know what that's linked to. Anyways, it's just like, and no one is calling it out. No one's taking bathroom breaks. I'm hearing that as well. Like, and it's just not a healthy, vibe, maybe, is what you realize for you. Now, I'm hearing somebody is an agent. Yeah, there's something unrealistic here. Like maybe even the expectations of the job. Okay, just because like let's say some people can technically like do that. For a number of years, that's like slavery. Like this is what someone thinks. Maybe they're like, yeah, no, why would you do that to yourself? Like that's like putting yourself also like in a position that you can't really like keep up with. So then it's like then you end up making sacrifices and changing what your needs are. Wow, to accommodate. So now for a number of you, that is not that becomes silly. That is silly, and you realize like it's time to say that. It's time to say it's silly. Like I don't take lunch breaks. Like no, I gotta take lunch breaks. I'm gonna sit down. And maybe for a number of you, this was something in the past where, yes, for a number of you, big time, this is something that is a pattern or maybe an approach that was taken in the past, and like you're at this point where you're like, oh no, not again. I'm not doing that again. No, and you had some sort of experience that made it very clear to you. Now, for a number of you, let's clear it and ground. What I am getting is that, well, I was meditating on energy, and I was getting that there is a focus on, let's clear it and ground, the past. There is something coming up for review. It is something that you've been playing around with the idea of. I'm hearing that as well. And like, but it's a matter of like, you look at this space, you're like, well, okay, no. I'm not, listen, you're looking at whatever this is. You're like, I'm not going to do this unless I can do it in a way that makes sense for me. Okay, so for a number of you, maybe it's like you also want to make a purchase and it's like something kind of expensive, and it's like, I need some sort of like, I need a different proposal. I'm hearing that maybe even financially to make it comfortable and working for me. Like, so you're like at the point where you're like, I don't want to get, I don't want to get sort of negotiated into a contract that is going to be too much pressure down the line. Okay, I'm hearing that as well. Now, again, I'm hearing simplicity is favored around this period. Now, Libra, I was again meditating your energy, and before I turn the camera on, we do have a lot of planets here retrograde, save Venus actually in Libra. So you do have that as a really strong working leg here. That's going very, very well for your Libra. I'm hearing that. Like, I don't know what that's like too. Let's clear it. Someone is also really sore physically. They're doing like heavy lifting. I'm hearing the letter C and L. Yes. Now, for a number of you though, this is something that possibly you already kind of clarified. Okay, maybe it's something that you do have also though a period of reviewing. Okay, so, and it's funny because I was meditating Andrea, I was getting this feeling of there being like something that comes up maybe even from the past. I'm hearing again in this way, like for review, where you say, okay, like I need to make, it could be like a test for a number of you, or it's like maybe here comes another client, they got a real big project, and it's like, are you gonna, I'm hearing, you're gonna overpromise. I'm hearing that as well. Like, are you gonna promise them the world? And it's like, that's a trick question. I'm hearing it in that way, like from the universe, like you're tired. Are you gonna still talk to them? I'm hearing that as well. For a number of, this is with your social environment. And it's like, you gotta make these like shifts where you kind of, let go of the cycle. I'm hearing that as well, of like, I'm hearing like staying up really late, like saying, hey, be right back, and then it's like you end up staying, and it's like, for a number of you, it's just getting like out of control, and this could be something from the past, again, that you just like, it was something like that you stopped really quickly, actually. This is for a number of you, maybe there was some kind of experience, it was just like, yeah, and then it was like there was a period where you had a new rhythm. I'm hearing that you were working with, and then now it's like there's some kind of maybe reviewing of that. I'm hearing reload your card, recharge your card. Okay, this can be financial, or maybe for a number of you, you made a real big purchase in the past, and then you were like, I can't handle this. I'm hearing that as well. And then it was like, and then you kind of you bounce back from that, okay, after a period of like something going on there, and then it was like, and then you kind of promise yourself, you're like, okay, I promise, like, never again am I gonna, like, give myself more of the benefit of doubt with in terms of the green grass growing like faster than it actually will. And yeah, and not because you couldn't do it, but because of the circumstances. Like, for me to be able to save enough money to also pay for that would just put me out of my tires on my car. Like, I would have to like try and find a way of driving my car without tires. It's like, that's how maybe it felt. Let's clear it. I'm hearing also, aka, I'm tired. I'm hearing that, like, and I'm all out of my spares. So I don't know what that is only to, but you're maybe running into like sleep debt. I'm hearing that as well. Now, for a number of you, yes, you come back to this point though, where in some kind of way you're confronted with, I'm hearing the angel and the dice. Okay, yeah, in the room, like, where you're like, well, I don't know if I want to take that risk again. Let's clear the ground. Like, I don't know if that's really gonna be like my coat. Like, someone's like, they have a coat. They're like showing you the coat. They're like, hey, is this your coat? Like, you want me to hang this? And it's like, Libra, you're kind of like, oh boy, this reminds me of, I'm hearing last October, November. You're like, I don't know if that's my coat. I'm hearing this for a number of you. Like, someone's at even like at a coat check booth. I'm hearing TA, TAL. They're like, do you want, like, now for number here, this is related to, something with athletes, some kind of physical activity. Someone's like, hey, you want to be on the team or something? And like, yeah, I don't know. You had some kind of experience yet again, Libra, that just said, you to you, like, I'm way too sore. So now, for a number of you, Libra, I'm seeing that there is a little bit of a test. I'm hearing you are reviewing maybe even that part of life in some way, and it's like, then I'm hearing for a number of you the so-called lesson learned in it. I'm hearing that in that storyline, and it's like, you kind of see yourself as maybe, like, I don't want to say different now, but like as simple, like the lens that you view yourself through. Like, let me say it in this way, maybe in the past you purchased something that was just like, it was so, I'm hearing there were so many explanations to it. It was something very maybe sophisticated, like whatever it is. And it's like, it had things where people were like, whoa, what is that? Like, what do you do? Like, and it's, I'm hearing, it has to do with hearing. I'm hearing sound. I don't know what that's going to do. Don't take it too well. And it's like, okay, it was just something very sophisticated. Cutting edge even, whatever. Sophisticated. Now, then, it got to the point where, like, that ended up making you, like, more stressed, or, like, in some way, like, it ended up, the point of this was to make life less complicated. Like, if you even think about it in the way of saying, well, I have a career so that I can, like, kind of chill and, like, make more money, blah, blah, but, like, at the end of the day, if I'm so stressed, okay, from that process, and, like, that job or whatever, it will, like, it will not make sense online. Like, so it's kind of, the ironic, the irony. Now, for a number of you, I'm seeing that you kind of were like, you realized this was in the past. You're like, yeah, so it really doesn't make sense for me. It just doesn't. And maybe you, like, let go of whatever that was. You, like, sold it. Now, what I'm seeing, Leo, I'm hearing Leo, Pisces. Someone maybe even comes back around. They, like, present this thing to you. Okay, now, I'm seeing you look at whatever this thing is. It's something very, like, again, sophisticated technology. And it could be a vision you have with your work. Maybe you have your business, like, going to a certain point that has been, like, successful, like, pretty successful, and, like, but, like, in a streamlined way where you're not hitting these high lows. And I'm hearing high lows where it's, like, doing really well, and then, like, that comes back to bite you later down the line, and it could be like a mood swing, even it could be in relation to your diet. But anyways, now, yeah, it's like you have a lot of sugar, a lot of caffeine for this really high spike, but then it's like that you catch up with that later, right? You come sort of crashing down later. So for a number of you, you're at the point, yes, you're at this point where you're in that happy medium and you're good. I'm hearing you're kind of good where you're at, and I'm seeing someone, like, shows up in spiked heels, and they're like, hey, want to eat bread and butter with me? And it's like, maybe this is like a friend of yours. They want to, like, spend, like, a lot of money, like, at one time. Like, I don't know what that's linked to. They could have a lot of Jupiter in their chart. This is somebody maybe who's, like, they're a big spender. They eat, like, a lot at one time. I'm hearing that as well. I don't know, that could be a metaphor, but, like, well, They have a really big appetite. I'm hearing that as well. Like when they go out to eat, they eat like I'm hearing 4 leaves instead of one of also the grape in the dolma. You know the grape leaf the grape leaf food. Anyways, okay, so it could be a metaphor. But for a number of you, yes, it gets to this point where you kind of you have a flashback moment or two. You like look at whatever that is and you're like, I don't need that. I don't need that. It's actually more scary at this point than like sophisticated and like woo and like shiny and like wow and like cool, you know? What does that do? That button over there, like boom, 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 it's like these things all have also like costs, and maybe there could be this thing where it's like kind of like some kind of something with cost, like it could add up. Now let's clear it. For a number of you, it's like an app I'm hearing as well that has like so many add-ons, and then it's like, yeah, I just don't even want to download it because like if I download it, like I will just like not have. I will just it's gonna get out of control. Now for a number of you, there is this focus on simplicity again. And when you look at the sophisticated space, you kind of turn inwards. You say, you know what do I really need? Like, I am a simple. I am a simple. I'm hearing, human. Wow, very interesting. Like, well, not to say that you don't partake in these pleasurable whatever even activities, but there is this like you reduce it's in layers. So in other words, the simple me, the simple Libra me, I'm hearing in this way, the rudimentary, okay, also mind, body, soul balance point of also connection and connecting to all these aspects of my being. Like in other words, the balance of my mind and my body and my soul, how those aspects of me connect to one another, those aspects of me connect to one another. What is that looking like right now? Before I ask myself these questions of where I, braid, I'm hearing the horse's hair next. Like, I'm saying someone has a horse, they're doing a photo shoot. It's very interesting. Actually reminds me of a music video. Well, it's not a music, it's an ad. It was for like, I think it's for Aramay. It's like an older ad, I think, and they have like a horse. It's actually one of my favorite ads. Such a beautiful ad. I just love film in general, but certain music videos, ads, like certain just the videography like in that ad is just so beautiful. Like, gosh, like just the textures of like the visual sort of foreplay is just like so beautiful. So anyways, I don't know, that's coming through Libra. Maybe for maybe you're an art director, a film director, and it's like, yeah, you got a budget like your film, and it's like we're going for all these fancy shots, and it's like I have to just like freaking like tone it down. I'm hearing that as well. Now let's clear, and it could be you in terms of your vision. And it's not to say, well, I'm never gonna do those things. It's just I wanna do it at a certain point in time. I want to do it gradually. So now for a number of you, Leo, I'm hearing very strongly. What I'm getting is that it's interesting. Yes, yeah. So there's a horse in that ad, and it's wearing like an Hermès like I think it's a coat or like a saddle. Yeah, and yes, with the right foundation, right. And so it's wearing like a saddle, and someone I'm hearing someone is okay, so I'm hearing it in this way. Something is relating to the future at this point in time. So maybe you're laying a foundation. It's like it's better to kind of again take this approach that is going to be able to graduate. I'm hearing that as well. Like someone's like, I don't want to put everything on my plate, like, and then I can't eat it. Later down the line, like, okay, and then yeah. So for a number of you, I am actually seeing it as well in relation to digestion and diet, where it's like, I want to be able to feel like I can actually digest what I'm eating. But if I'm eating too much at the same time, too many different things, I'll end up feeling sick. Okay, and that's going to counteract, that feeling. So let's clear it. Well, it may kind of complicate what is otherwise complicated. So thank you guys for tuning in, Libra. Yes, and it could apply to actually like what you're eating, like in relation to your daily life as well, where you say, well, I'm eating these like really heavy, rich foods, and like is this sort of very complicated ingredient list. I'm hearing that as well. It could be something like French cuisine. I'm hearing that as well, like really fancy, and then it's like, but then at the end of the day, I feel like a frog leg that can't even move. I feel like I have no energy. I'm hearing that as well. So for whenever you're wanting to maybe like, let's clear it, actually clear your digestive system, because for a number of you could have been spending a lot of time eating like that. I'm hearing that as well, and that could take its toll on your actually like your GI tract. And so there might be a focus on clearing, cleansing. If that's of interest and that's something you want to focus on, you can email me. Well, my email's not really working. So why don't you to chat me, okay? And because this is something that I am actually really passionate about. So yes, health is so important, right? Not more so than other things, but and what is health, but ensuring that you're able to continue to, I'm hearing also consider other options. I don't know what that's going to, but it's like, yes, remember this is related to digestion. It has to do with your energy levels as well. There's something you feel like I'm just not able to sustain this. For a number of them, I'm hearing leaky gut. So you got to repair your digestive tract. This is for a number of you. And if that is something that you're interested in, I spent a lot of time doing that with myself. I had it was really uncomfortable, leaky gut symptoms, but it was no surprise given at certain points in time, what I was eating and the diet. It's like, it's no, you got to think like what goes in, like you're not just eating and then like poof, your body is digesting, it's breaking that down, it's trying to make sense of it. And when it's loaded, I'm hearing for a number of you with sodium, sugar, fat, all these like random, awkward, I'm hearing awkward, really, like, imagine your body has to do something with that. It has to break it down. So it's like, I'm seeing like cells in a body, they're just like holding like food particles. They're like, what is this? France, I'm hearing, is this from France? Cheese from France? It's the weirdest thing. I'm seeing this like toppled over sign. It's for a restaurant. It looked like a triceratops. I like a rhinoceros, but it's, I gotta just show you. Gotta just show it to you, my friend. You guys, you see that? It's like a pterodactyl thing. I swear, there's like a tail. It's so bizarre. It's exactly what I saw. So for a number of you, it's like, let's get back to eating plants. This is for a number of you. Yeah, dinosaur diet. Let's start, getting simple with our food groups. I'm hearing that as well. Like, scale it down now, y'all. Like, let's just eat simple. I'm hearing this like so strongly. So if you feel like your body is just taken, itself into overdrive, and it's just you're tired, and and digesting food takes energy. It does. If you are eating a lot and you're eating a lot of what is like heavy, I'm hearing that heavy foods, processed foods, your body's going to be like, yo, I can't clock you into work today. We're still digesting like our meal last night. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so you have to maybe think for a number of you in certain, that's the general thing, but maybe that's what you're talking to like a naturopath. I'm hearing that as well. And it's so funny because I just gotta learn on my phone. It says take probiotics. So, all right, Libra, we're getting on the nourishing, you're maybe looking into these things. So, and always, do your own homework, your own research, and don't just like, take something because also you read like one article on it, read maybe a few articles, different sources, use your intuition, but see what, you're also your health practitioner. I gotta say that, right? You're a health practitioner and natural, you should, right? Talk to your naturopath and, natural alternative medicine practitioner, whatever it is. And, see how you can, I'm hearing also pass the gas more easily. I don't know, next time through, I don't know what that, so remember, you got something going on with the digestion, and it's not just digestion and then like, boop, it's like digestion is actually a reflection of your whole sort of, how to say this, well, from like a biological standpoint, who is it, who is it, they work with the four humors, Hippocrates, the father of medicine. Okay, like it comes down to the constitution, right? So and your gut, that is like the source, is your source of either your immunity, okay, or is can also speak of where we are inflammation in the body. So like if your gut is not operating properly, that will affect the different parts of the body. So they say like the state of your gut is actually really important, and the bacteria in your gut is really important, and ensuring that that is a healthy and thriving flora is really going to determine how your body can handle certain other things, and it can affect your brain as well. It's not just like my poop is my poop. It's like your poop, you can feel like also you have poopy thoughts. Okay, because everything kind of maybe also reflective. So I don't know. This is something maybe you're looking into, you're getting into. Always takes about Libra Light, you guys.